Hey everybody, welcome to tonight's pour. Now tonight's pour is going to be a car themed one. So I've got a 66 Ford Fairlane and it's purple. It's got a white and a little bit of gold on that. I don't know if you can see that gold, like on the trim of the outside of the white. So I've been wanting to do a purple one. A lot of people love purple. So I don't have too many purple ones left, so I thought I'd do another one. So decided to go with of course, a purple background, and I've used Artist Loft Metallic Purple. And then I decided to go with some violet, just a little darker purple to throw in there. And then, of course, we're going to use Master's Touch Gold. And then we're going to throw some white in there too, which is Artist Loft White. So those are the four colors that we're going to be using tonight. I've already got the paints mixed. I've got the purple down on the canvas already, the metallic purple. And so we're ready to get started. All right, as you can see, I've got it down. So let's get started. So we're going to throw some purple on there, some really dark purple. We're going to throw some gold on top of that. And then, of course, we're going to do some white. I do like that. Now, I've gotten that effect before on actually one that I kept for myself, and it was orange with blue and white. So I don't want to mess with that much. Maybe we'll torch this a little bit, though. Take this card out of the package. Now this purple will darken up a little bit, this metallic purple. So we'll have the car right in there. I don't really want to mess with it too much. I want a little bit more purple right in there. Just a little bit here of this. Just the hair on this side. And I don't want that much out there, so I'm going to cover this up with some of this excess paint I have. All right. I don't think I'm going to mess with it anymore. I like the pattern of it is. I usually take it out and, you know, run lines and stuff, but I just like this pattern, how it kind of went. I'm glad I added a little bit more purple in these areas, just to kind of tighten up a little bit. I covered some of this up because it was just too much out there. It kind of looked, it didn't really fit with how the flow was going. So that does help a little bit. So I think I'm just going to leave it like this, and I think we'll have a nice piece when this one's done. All right, this one has dried. It turned out pretty good, I think. I really like it. This resin is really going to pull this purple out and this gold. And the violet. It almost looks blackish, but hopefully that'll pull out. But this is a 10 by 20 canvas. I have this resined. No. Bradley, no. I have this taped, ready to resin. I got my car here. We're going to place it right in there, like that. So I'm using Pro Marine resin. I have 7 ounces of resin. And that means it's 3.5 the hardener, 3.5 the epoxy. And like I've said on many of my videos before, I found out exactly how many ounces of resin I need on Art Resin Calculator. If you type in Google Art Resin Calculator, you should be able to find the Art Resin site, and you're able to type in the size of your canvas, and it'll tell you exactly how many ounces of resin you will need. This has done this on every last 3. The last 3 paintings I've done, I've had a little piece of hardened resin. That's right there. There it is right there. See it right there on the tip of my well, we got it out. I felt it. That's one of the nice things about using your hand to spread the resin around, is you can feel any hard piece. Come on, stay on there. So this is I cleaned out the cup tonight. That's probably why, of resin. I have a video on how to clean your resin cup, so you can see how I do that, and how for some reason I got a piece of hardened resin left in there. And that's like happened the last 3 paintings I've done, at least. This is the 3rd one that has done it too, here recently. So as you all know, it's getting close to Thanksgiving. We actually had a family get together tonight at my folks' place, which I know a lot of you don't know this, but we built a granny flat off of our garage for my folks, who are both in their 80s, and they live in a little, it's a nice little apartment type thing for them. It's got one bedroom, a nice living room, a kitchen, bathroom, and it has another room as well. I don't know what you want to call it. In the blueprints, it's called a breezeway, but it's finished off, carpeted. They have a grand piano in there because my mom plays the piano, so they have a grand piano in there and a couple other things. It's kind of like a nice little room, and so that's part of their apartment. And so we had a gathering over there. So my folks, and then my sister and my brother-in-law, and then she has 3 kids, so her 3 kids were there. One of them is married, so my, I don't know what you call it, nephew-in-law, he was there, and my one niece has 2 boys, but they were not with her tonight. I think they were with their dad. And then my daughter was there with her boyfriend, which this was only the second time I had met him. They stopped at my booth at Riley Days, and that's when I first met him. So I got to know him a little bit better. And of course, my wife was with me, and I like having little get-togethers over there because it's just a walk through our garage to get back home. Don't have to drive or anything. It's really nice. But we had a nice turkey Thanksgiving kind of meal. A lot of food, a lot of fun, a lot of laughter. And we played games afterwards. And one of the games that we played, the last game we played was called, what do we call that? Boy, it just left my mind. I've played it for years. I can't think of it for the life of me for whatever reason. It's what happens when you get older. But everybody plays solitaire. They each have their own deck. They play solitaire, and when you put the aces and your aces out, anybody can play on any ace. And what do we call it? Whiz, maybe? Yeah, I think we call it whiz. That's what it is. So it's really fun. And you have to, of course, if somebody, like, you know, you got your ace of spades pile. So somebody throws an ace out there, anybody can play their 2 on it. But you can only play, the first one to get the 2 down there is the one that gets to play it. So it's a race to put your cards on as fast as you can. And then you can play if you have the 3 ready, you can play it right away. If not, somebody else could play their 3, 4, 5. Goes up to you get the king, then you remove the pile, and you just try to get it rid. The goal of the game is to play every card in your deck. And so, at some point on some of these, if somebody doesn't go out, then you get to a point where nobody can play anything. And that's when you count the cards you have, and whoever has the least amount of cards wins. The first game I won, I had 6 cards left. And the second game, my niece and I tied with 3 cards left. So I basically won both My daughter was not happy because she says I'm really competitive. It's gaming, which I will admit that I kind of am. Not as much as I used to be in my youth. But that game, I get competitive in. All right, so I've got all the bubbles out. I've got my car here. I'm going to set it in right here. I think I'm going to kind of cover that up there. But I'm going to set it in there just to get that gold right out the back. We're going to have that car right there, and it's going to be a nice piece. I love that color. It is still kind of dark in here, almost a black, but you can kind of see the violet coming out in spots. But I still like it. Let me know what you think, and leave a comment, and hit that like button if you like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Help the channel out. Hit them likes and get them views, and help me move up in the algorithm so I can get my channel a little bit more popular. Thanks for watching.